meet our fighters over here in the ring for Elimination Muay Thai bout scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the Atomweight division. Out of the blue corner, KATYA KADYSCHUK. And her opponent out of the red corner, Shannon
2-minute
Lei.
rounds. We got 3 2-minute rounds in Elimination Muay Thai action, 110 pounds. That's the Atomweight division. A couple of female fighters making their way to the ring. KATYA KADYSCHUK.
From Forza. KATYA KADYSCHUK. 3 rounds, 2 minutes. This will be in the ring.
So everything I just said.
Yes. Well, I was getting myself organized. Which pretty means that much I was not listening to you, JR. I apologize.
KADYSCHUK. Sorry, we're headed up to Stewie. My mistake.
Shannon Lei is her opponent.
All right, I'll tail the tape. KATYA KADYSCHUK, 18 years old, Muay Thai fighter with a 0-2 record, 5 feet 5 inches tall, 110 pounds. Facing off against Shannon Lei out of Loveland, Colorado. She's a 50-year-old Kung Fu fighter with a 0-1 record, 5 feet 3 inches tall, 110 pounds. And I forgot to mention, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma is the home of KADYSCHUK.
KADYSCHUK shares a hometown with one LT Nelson. How about that?
All right, up to Stewie.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an Elimination Muay Thai bout scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the Atomweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the Macaroni Fort blue corner. She's a Muay Thai style fighter with a record of no wins, 2 losses. She stands 5 foot 5 inches tall, weighing in at 110 pounds. With Forza from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, KATYA KADYSCHUK. Her opponent, out of the Castle Rock Hormone Health red corner. She's a Kung Fu style fighter with a record of no wins, 1 loss. She stands 5 foot 3 inches tall, weighed in at 110 pounds. With 5 animal fists from Loveland, Colorado, Shannon Lei. Referee is Armando Castro.
Shannon Lei from 5 animal fist. At 50 years of age, getting after it in Muay Thai.
Representing the style of Kung Fu. You don't see that often.
Unless you see you got the old VHS tapes of David Carradine. KADYSCHUK, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma.
KADYSCHUK has the blue tape on her gloves, Lei with the red tape, and they are wasting no time getting after it.
Ladies going with kicks and knees right away.
Corner of KADYSCHUK calling for elbows.
KADYSCHUK leading the action, backing her opponent Lei into the corners.
Lei turned away there a little bit, and good elbows coming across for KADYSCHUK.
You never want to turn your back to your opponent. Too many bad things can happen quickly. Look at the knees coming up, the work she's doing while up against the ropes.
Real classic Muay Thai techniques being utilized by KADYSCHUK.
KADYSCHUK just taking control and a little bit too long in the clinch to break him apart.
Lei tries to come out aggressive. KADYSCHUK able to push her back with strong techniques. Still continuing with the elbows is KADYSCHUK.
KADYSCHUK coming over. Again, the aggressor, Lei, trying to counter. But again, backed up against the ropes. Both ladies attacking at a time, going with the elbows as well.
Every time that I think Lei is going to be relegated to completely defense, she comes back with some offensive moves.
Yeah, we got one of those, we got some blood going out.
Yeah, there's a cut over the left eyebrow of Lei. and that's running into her eye. I can see her being worried about it a little bit.
Yeah, if you want to cut, you want it to the side or below your eye. You don't want it above the eye.
Good knee work.
15 seconds left in this round.
Nice exchange of techniques here to end the round. Both fighters expending a ton of energy here in this fight.
Oh, yeah, there was
a
little
chopping
sneaky,
elbow by KATYSCHUK.
You saw it too, that little sneaky one right there. It was almost a short jab, but a short jab with the elbow.
Yeah, I was noticing the follow-up on that, the spiking down elbow. Very nicely done. I don't see him having to put any Vaseline or anything on the cut, but the referee is in there taking a look at it. We'll see if, and now we got the doc over there. So on the replay here, I didn't see where the cut came in, but there's flurries of elbows from KATYSCHUK throughout the entirety of the round.
Yeah.
So a lot of opportunities for that cut to have been opened up.
And I don't think it was a headbutt.
No, I didn't see any,
I didn't either.
Any headbutt going on, but it's leaking fairly well. They keep wiping away at it, and it keeps re-pooling there. All right.
And they told us back there at the fighter meetings when we're listening to some of the new rules that, listen, if the doctor's there, ignore him. Focus and listen to your coaches. We're just taking a look and making sure you're safe. Leigh's got to do something here to get going. Some forward pressure.
And she's trying to do exactly that, Todd.
KATYSCHUK countering now. She's giving it everything she's got, Leigh is.
KATYSCHUK just a little bit quicker with her offensive techniques. Leigh very solid with her offensive techniques herself. She's just not typically the one that gets off first.
And she's having a hard time getting that knee up as well as KATYSCHUK.
And wow, it's starting to wear a mask of blood is Leigh.
Leigh's still going after it, being the aggressor here.
Great conditioning being shown off by these fighters.
Oh, there's another elbow right up the middle.
Just puts her elbow up and steps forward with it. I like the technique from KATYSCHUK.
Yeah, KATYSCHUK doing a great job in the clinch.
Strong elbow game by the Forza fighters.
Leigh's got a few seconds left.
I was going to say she looks a little tired, and then she comes charging across the ring.
Oh, body shot there.
Solid kicks by both.
There's still 34 seconds left in this round. There's that knee again to the body. Leigh absorbing those.
As long as the fighters are active, they'll let them stay in the clinch as per Muay Thai rules. If they're clinched but the action halts for 2 to 3 seconds, then they'll break them apart. Otherwise, they'll let it go.
Yep. Leigh coming in, scored with the right there, and then an overhand right there, missed. KATYSCHUK's looking a little bit tired right now.
Tried for the jumpy knee, did KATYSCHUK. Leigh closed the distance, shut it down. They're going to have some more work to do on that cut of Leigh.
Doctors will come over and take another look at it as well, I'm sure.
Well, you mentioned they told him in the rules meeting, don't pay any attention to the doctor. As a fighter, if you're in your corner and the doctor's coming over there taking a look at you, you know things might not be going your way.
Yeah, it's hard to ignore, but that's the line.
That's the life. I like it. And again, we see that strong elbow came from the Forza Combat fighter.
KATYSCHUK has done a great job getting those knees up. She's got long legs. She utilizes them. Again, 18 fighting against 50.
A bit of a dichotomy, as it were. And the doc's going to step in and take a look at that cut, see if Leigh is able to continue.
Yep.
See, he's checking to see how bad it is. Basically, what they're looking for is anything that could cause permanent damage.
Yeah, nerve damage, any kind of stitching that would be deep where you may have to do a little more work cosmetically.
Anything that's could be affecting the eye. And wow, just charging across the ring is Lei. Oh, and a nice elbow by Lei. That was her best elbow of the fight.
She just hit with an uppercut too, and then KATYA comes back with a hook to the body.
KATYA digs to the body well.
Look at Lei coming in.
Lei really putting on her best performance of the fight here in the third round.
Yep. Kadyshuk got a couple counters in there to kind of stave off the attack at that point in time, but Lei now backing up Kadyshuk a little bit. Now the roles have reversed.
I'm just so impressed by the conditioning of these two fighters.
One of them in our age group.
Stabbing knees now by Kadyshuk.
Kadyshuk staying busy. I think she knows she needs to in this round.
Oh, that's such grueling work in the clinch. Your whole upper body, muscles contracted, pushing, pulling, reacting, and then trying to get your legs up for the knee game. Great work.
Yeah, Kadyshuk did a great job scoring there because you could take a look at her opponent, and Lei couldn't get those kicks in. She could get those knees up there. Corner from Lei's telling her to throw those elbows.
The corner of Kadyshuk asking for more on the knee attack, and she does exactly that.
40 seconds to go now. So if you're going to do something, there's those elbows again, JR.
We're sitting near the corner of Kadyshuk, and I can tell you she does a tremendous job of listening to her corner and following their instructions.
Ref's breaking them up. 22 seconds left to finish this one off.
And these two are going to battle it out until the very end.
Yep, Lei's got throwing. She's still throwing.
No quarter given, none taken. Wow.
Both these ladies doing a great job finishing up. That does it. The mask of blood worn by Shannon Lei at 50 years of age from 5 Animal Fist, and what a fight she put on. And how about KATYA Kadyshuk? Did a great job with her knees. Those might be the difference. Some elbows as well.
It was a 0-2 record for Kadyshuk versus the 0-1 record for Lei, so somebody's O is going to go. Now we're checking out the replay, and just non-stop action. Nobody spent any time taking a break in this fight.
No, they both went after it. They went the entire distance. They were busy the whole time. They had to be breaking apart a couple of times. Other than that, JR, great job by both ladies. I thought Lei showed some real explosion in that third round. The first part of that third round.
Especially the beginning of that round. That was absolutely her best work of the fight.
Yep. Second part of the fight, here in the corner with the knees, I would say that you would have to give that to Kadyshuk. So that was kind of a split round for me.
Agreed.
Not that you can have split rounds. You can call it 10-10 or whatever you want it to be. Or
all right, Stewie's got the judge's word. The people whose opinions actually matter.
Other than ours.
Ladies and gentlemen, after that 3-round battle, we go to the judges' scorecards. The judges have scored this bout 30-27 in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, KATYA KADYSCHUK!
Congratulations to KATYA KADYSCHUK. She's the Muay Thai fighter representing the Forza team out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. That long drive home is going to go a little easier.